Hey, it's Stephenie Fitt from fitbodies.com, 2T's. I, like you, have been sitting a lot more lately with this coronavirus, this pandemic, this COVID-19, this sheltering in place, social distancing, quarantining, whatever you want to call it. I've been sitting a lot. And this PE teacher is not used to sitting. This is tough. So I want to share with you just a couple tips, things that I'm doing to break up the monotony of sitting so much, some things that I can do in my home. I have equipment that I'm using, but you can improvise. There's certainly a lot of things you can do, even if you don't own any fitness equipment whatsoever. First and foremost is I set a timer and for about 45 to 55 minutes. And I try to do deep work, get really involved in my work. And when that timer's up, I try to get up and at least stand and stretch and maybe go up and down the stairs in my house a couple times. If you didn't have stairs, you could march in place, something just to get your blood flowing. If I'm in a meeting, that's harder to do with the alarm. So sometimes in the meeting, I'll just stand up and stay in the meeting, but lift my laptop up so that I can stand up and either make a standing desk situation, stack up books and boxes or something, or even just hold my laptop as I'm in my meeting. But just to get the blood flowing and get the sitting. See, I'm sitting on the floor, and it's even hard to do that for any length of time. Just my body is just tired of sitting. So anything we can do to just move, even just standing up, is good. You could, after setting that alarm and taking a couple minutes break, you could lift weights. Now, if you don't have weights, you could use cans. I have a can of beans here. But you could just march in place and lift weights, quote unquote, for about 5 minutes before you sit down again. Now the tips are separate from the workouts you're getting every day. Walking the dog outside, or doing that kickboxing workout to that YouTube video, or the ballet bar stretch class that you're doing with your Zoom class, or whatever. This is separate. These are ways just to get your body moving from all the sitting. So lifting canned food sounds so silly, but something is better than nothing, and any movement is improvement. And lifting cans, as you set that alarm every 45 to 55 minutes and you take a break, and maybe you work arms, maybe you work biceps for 5 minutes and then get back to work. And then maybe you work shoulders or pectorals for 5 minutes, and then you get back to work. I'm reaching here for ideas. That's something that I do. It's kind of silly. You could hop on a stationary bike. I've got one in the corner here. I've just brought my stuff and my equipment into my living room so that it's just right there, readily available. If you don't have a stationary bike, again, if you have access to stairs, you could go up and down some stairs, march in place, do some jumping jacks. Here's something that I do is I take my laptop, and follow me. Can you see? I make a standing desk, and I use a shelf, and I can stand here and I can walk while I read or work. So getting creative. Yeah, there was something else I was thinking about. Oh, yeah, with the leaps and rebounds, I love my mini tramp, by the way. I'll put a link below for my mini tramp. It is the best I have found, and over the last 30 years, I have gone through probably a dozen of them, and this is my favorite. But anyway, I will just set this up, leave it in my front room here, and turn on Netflix. And even if I'm just binging, at the end of the day, I can be moving, just walking. I'll show you what I do. Now, I don't stand this close to the TV, obviously. I bring it back. But just so you see, I can just march like this and watch my show. So I'm not sucking air and I'm not sweating necessarily, but I could run, twist, jump rope, right? while I'm binging on my shows, I feel like I'm not sitting yet again after sitting all day, and then I'm sitting and watching Netflix, and then when I sit, I want to eat. And anyway, those are some simple ideas of what you can do to move your body. If you didn't have a trampoline, you could order one. If you didn't want to spend the money right now, no problem. You could just maybe march in place while watching a little bit of TV, or set that timer and every 45 to 55 minutes hop up and do something to keep yourself active. I'm curious what you're doing to move your body, take breaks and whatnot. So if you would comment below, that would be fantastic. I'd love to hear what you're doing. Or if you have any ideas, I would love that. Always looking for new stuff. I hope you're well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're staying sane and positive. My heart goes out to those of you who have friends or family members affected. And thank you so much to the healthcare workers and the firefighters and police officers and paramedics and everyone on the front lines. Thank you so much. Be well until next time. Peace out.